Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today's video got some news. If you're a Sologenic holder or an XRP holder, then chances are you know about the Sologenic airdrop, and so wanted to take some time to update you on that because there was some details released today from Corium. So just to kind of recap, Sologenic, we had the airdrop, we had the first snapshot back on the 24th of December. So if you're an XRP holder currently but don't hold Solo current, like myself, I don't have any Solo, didn't buy it, but you're going to get some airdrop to you. So as long as you had that airdrop set up and you had the gateway set up there, you're going to get your first Solo drop to you on January 20th. So it's important you know that before we kind of go into the next step, because now Corium has released their overview of how many tokens you're going to get. So we're basically, to kind of go back to the beginning, there's 100 million of the core tokens that is going to be available. So what's being released now, and that was just announced, you see right here, let me actually scroll up. The first airdrop ratio was announced. This is actually about from an hour ago. So the Sologenic Development Foundation has created Corium blockchain, blah, blah, blah. We know about that. Many capabilities. You know, they're really in the tokenization of assets and cost efficiency. We'll go do a little brief overview here at the end of the video of what they've been up to. There's not really a whole lot of news with them, but there's going to be 13 snapshots and 12 distributions scheduled for it. So they just finished up their first snapshot, and now we have an overview of how many tokens we're going to get. So the next core airdrop, the second core airdrop snapshot, is going to be taken randomly between January 1st and the 31st. So we don't know when. So in other words, if you're just an XRP holder and you're just now getting your first Solo drop to you, well, you might not even, let's say you get that snapshot, the second one may even take place before we even get our first Solo token. So this is really going to be until, February gets here and everyone's got their initial Solo dropped. That's what these subsequent Corium snapshots are going to be based off of. So only the Solo holders that held Solo on the decentralized wallets have been included in the first snapshot. So however, you see here the team has started contacting all the centralized exchanges that have supported the Solo airdrop. We'll go over, I'll leave a link here to the participating exchanges, and they're encouraging you, obviously, all community members to contact these exchanges and request them to support the core airdrop. Absolutely. Otherwise, they're keeping your money. All right. Well, what's the total number of Solo holdings participating in the core airdrop? So they look after our compliance team's full review. They've announced essentially 66,960,557.9 Solo tokens. That was the final airdrop ratio for the first snapshot. So essentially, you're going to end up getting 0.1148. It's just not very much for Solo that you get. So, like me personally, I'm going to get some Solo on January 20th, and then whenever hopefully that next snapshot happens after the 20th, so that way anybody who's still waiting on their initial Solo can have that initial Solo, get the second get my words twisted up. They could get that second snapshot and take advantage of getting those core tokens. So again, it's not very much. You're not getting a whole lot, but it's something cool. You got to keep an open mind with. You can see here's their formulas: 100 million tokens. There's 13 total airdrops over the course of 2022. So this is going to be, you see here, a total of 100 million of the actual core token. I thought that said $100 million. This 100 million of the core tokens is going to be distributed to the Solo holders within or by the end of 2022 here. So there's your calculation, total available Solo that they are looking at. So the next snapshots they maybe have a different amount of Solo, so it'll be interesting. If this number keeps going up, then obviously that's going to influence that. And you see, how will the core airdrop be distributed? It's going to be distributed at the time of next month's snapshot. So you're going to get the airdrop, they're going to take a new snapshot. They do that to encourage you to hold more of the Solo tokens and to not sell them off. So it says all Solo holders on decentralized wallets automatically have a trust line with the Sologenic gateway. You see at the time you're not, if you've done that, if you create it, if you use like the Zoom wallet or the Sologenic gateway by creating the trust line, you're not required to take any other action. You're going to get your Solo token. If you have the Zoom wallet, just leave it there. The next snapshot that takes place, you're going to get the airdrop of the core token automatically. So that is what's going to happen. Here's the dates. You see here, they don't tell you that the actual snapshot date, but this tells you distribution. So they're literally just showing you, hey, you're going to get the previous month snapshot on this date. So what the date actually is, who knows? They don't tell you because, again, they want you to hold everything on there. Here is the list of exchanges. So you can pause this video and you can see if your exchange is on here. You know, BitTrue, Gate.io, Uphold, a bunch of stuff, a bunch of smaller ones on here. Sologenic Dex, the Zoom wallet, PocketBit. So again, this was the easiest method, is having a Zoom wallet. I mean, it was literally a 60-second process. Snapshot, snapshot your XRP. That was already done. Move it back to cold storage. Now you just if you want to just keep your Solo in the Zoom wallet and just keep letting that accrue up while they are airdropping Corium. Now here's the thing. Let's talk about Corium for a sec, because we don't really know that much about them. We don't really know. We have the blueprint. We don't have the white paper out yet that I've seen. I didn't see that they had a white paper out yet, unless I'm completely blind. They have a blue paper. They have like a very basic overview. You see the blueprint, but I think they have the full white paper coming out very soon. And from what I'm seeing, they use a little bit. They're really trying to go after being a new layer 1, and it seems pretty fast. 7,000 transactions per second. It's a bonded proof of state, so it's a different consensus mechanism that allows for staking and non-custodial delegating, slashing, and governance. 500 million overall supply. What I wanted to point out was they claim, we're really big about interoperability on this channel. We really love those assets that are going to connect all the oil and connect everything in the future. So this has cross-chain interoperability, but they say with hundreds of blockchains currently being used, Corium deploys a bridge functionality to interoperate with various chains through the collateralized wrapping. So they're essentially just wrapping tokens, though. So I don't know that that is the best interoperability solution, to be honest. You would still want to use something like Quant to make this much easier. This allows for other cryptocurrencies to flow into Corium's ecosystem seamlessly. So I still do, I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to this and just kind of let them build out their ecosystem. They have the ability to do that. It's just, I like to compare this to, I like how they're comparing the XRP ledger here, and they're saying interoperability, and they're putting a big X there, but we know XRP is meant to solve that on-demand liquidity and be that bridge for other fiat assets. So I would say that it is interoperable, but that their use case is very specific for what they're going after. They're not trying to do all this other stuff that these other platforms are trying to do. They're just trying to be a jack of all here. So it would be interesting to see what happens there. They're comparing it to Polkadot, but again, their interoperability for something, I feel like in the future, different blockchains are all good. That's the buzzword, interoperability. But what does that actually mean? Are you forking your code? Is it something that's easy? Are you wrapping tokens? Like, how are you actually interoperating with each other? So we'll see. That's just kind of an overview. Again, I don't really know a whole lot about Corium. As soon as the white paper comes out, I'll read it. Of course, I'll read it. But for now, we're getting some tokens. We're getting an airdrop from it, and I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm going to be really optimistic about it. I like that they're going after tokenized assets. So if they can develop a niche and they can find a use case and start developing out that and be around here for the next couple of years, it would be interesting to see what develops. But hopefully that was helpful. Appreciate stopping by. Leave a like on this video. If you are a Corium holder and you're excited about getting even more, hit the like button. Let me hear a comment. Would love to hear from you. Are you stacking more of your Corium? Are you going to sell it? What are you going to do? I'd love to hear kind of what the community plans to do with the Corium. What are your thoughts on it as well? I've shared my thoughts. I would love to hear what your thoughts, especially if you're an XRP holder. What do you think about Corium? Do you feel like it's worth having? Do you feel like it's worth keeping? Would love to hear from you. But again, thanks for watching this quick video. I'll see you on the next one.